What's up, guys? We got our hands on all of the new units and we're going to see how far we can get in infinite mode. So this is my roster. We have all of the new units, plus we got Gary and a money unit. Now you may ask yourself, why is this guy not leveled up? And the reason is he sucks. Let's take a look. Yeah, he's not even a dent, guys. If you're a new player, I'm not going to lie, this guy will carry you through almost all of the modes. So I'm going to show you guys his stats, basically his base level stats if you want to see him. They're not that bad, very good for a secret unit, but he's just outclassed by every unit and he's not even going to make a dent in this infinite mode. So I'm just going to sell him. Maybe I'll put him in the thumbnail, maybe not, we'll see. All right, next up we have Mud Crabs. Mud Crabs is my underrated unit this update. He's basically a full AoE prismatic. Now he's not as strong as the newer prismatics. He's doing a ton less damage, but he's stronger than the old prismatics, which I really like. So this guy is absolutely underrated. Also, don't forget to use my creator code BLAM if you know, you know. And yeah, let's see if we can get this video to 500 likes. If we can get this video to 500 likes before the update drops, I'm going to give away a 10x game speed to somebody who comments down below their Roblox username. I know you guys still need those 10x's, so I'm going to give you an easy opportunity. Let's get it. All right, let's go get the thumbnail real quick. Also, guys, I'm going to sell all these, but I do actually have a unit that's impossible to get on this team, and that is Superstar Squidward House Robot. So the thing is, there's only 240 of these to ever exist because of how the raffle system works, and you can't use potions on them unless they reverse that decision. So that means you would have to have over half of them that exist. So that means you would have to win over half the raffles or have insane trading value to get a superstar version of him. So the reason that is that means he looks really good on paper, but in actual reality, I'd probably say Janet and Marty are better overall. But this guy's absolutely still OP. He's just gonna be not as good because you can't actually max him out, but on paper his base stats are better damage wise, except for when you're hitting grouped enemies, which often happens, which I'll show you in a little bit of how important that is. And I'm actually kind of curious, we're gonna see once and for all who has the most damage, which one of these prismatics. So let's first go over their stats, and I want to kind of see what their VFX are looking like in case you guys haven't seen them. They're dropping in just a little bit after this video drops. All right, sorry I had to drop this video now instead of like Wednesday, but this is when the embargo dropped. So that's when I could actually show you these units. So this is kind of what it looks like in 1x. I know a lot of people were asking for that. Kind of a little bit of drop kick, and the damage is 5.96 billion, which is really good. All right, next up we have Ringmaster Crabs. This is what the VFX are looking like. Pretty freaking cool. And the damage is really good for a full AoE unit. Best full AoE unit in the game, and gonna help us out a lot. He's gonna be damaging the units in the back that we can't hit. So that's really, really useful. So, and then we have Janet and Marty, in my opinion, the best prismatic in the update and technically tied for the best prismatic in the game. You can see what the stats are looking like. 4.47 billion. This is what the VFX are looking like if you guys wanted to see. I guess we got to wait for them to spawn, throwing like a rock or something. So pretty sick, crazy damage. So let's get our units placed down. We're going to turn off the VFX and let's start cooking, and we're going to see once and for all who's the strongest. So I'm going to place all 4 of these down, and I'm going to place all 4 of these, and we're going to see which one of them has the most damage at the end. I am going to put the Ringmaster Crabs because I'm not going to lie, full AoE units are really good and they might actually catch up damage wise at the end. All right, you know what? I'll put the Patrick Seabear here as a comparison, but we're not really going to care too much about them. I'm not even tripping on them. All right, we also got some Dream Garys because Dream Gary allows you to get so many more waves. So I'm going to put one over. Oh, I can only place 3 of them, so we're we're a little bit down bad because we are in the test server and I don't have the +1 pet equips, but it is what it is. We'll figure that out in a future episode. All right, let's start maxing all these guys out. I believe they're the same price to max as every prismatic. I think every prismatic in the game has the same price, which is pretty cool. So let's go max out all of these units and let's see how far we can make it. I'm actually really excited for this update because I love treasure chests. I am worried that there's not gonna be a whole lot of stuff to grind though, because obviously like once you get the treasure chest units, I'm not sure what's next, but thankfully they update like every week. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. By the time you run out of the grind, you can play other games while you wait for the update, I guess. But yeah, the thing is they removed the Valentine's event. So like, what are we supposed to grind after that? I'm not really sure. Hopefully they keep adding more stuff to grind, or hopefully they add some method where you can consistently get treasure chests. That would be pretty cool too. All right. I'm gonna see you guys in a few waves. We're on wave 336, so let's keep cooking. All right, checking in on wave 617. Look at this, guys. 19 billion. Oh my gosh. So that's the strongest one, and this guy's at 6 billion, so they got some ground to cover. I think they can, but this guy right here is putting in some serious work. All right, guys, let's check in on wave 738. Has the gap closed? 100 billion to 14 billion. Oh my goodness. 35 billion to 100 billion. My prediction was the gap would close in later waves. I'm not really sure it has. It might have just widened. And this guy's also at 69 billion. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna be honest. Janet and Marty better put in that work. This is getting bad. All right, let's check in here on wave 868. Our big boy 379, 548 billion. Jeez. Janet and Marty are doing 181. Ooh, this guy's kind of closing the gap. I don't know. There's about like 400 billion to go, so we'll see how that goes. Mud Crab is only doing 3 billion? No way. This guy's doing over like dang near 200 times more. Man, I thought Mud Crab would be putting in a little bit more work, but he's getting outmatched by far. Well, maybe that'll change when there's a lot more enemies on the map. But there has to be at least, if my calculations were correct, like 50 enemies on the map for him to even have a shot in the dark. So we'll see. All right, wave 928. Let's check in again. Are they closing the gap? I thought they were going to. Ooh, 257 billion to 1 trillion. So wow, that's insanely big gap. I don't know, man. Yikes. Okay, maybe I guess they're all still getting insta-killed, so we probably won't find out till like 1100. Yeah, this is too easy for these guys. All right, let's keep cooking. Wow, guys, I guess we're skipping ahead to 1137. Let's see if they actually caught up. No way. No, there's a giant gap. There is still a giant gap. Wow. Why? Oh, is the SBA just that much? Dude, I think the SBA on this guy must be just built different. Wow, look at that. You can see this guy's hitting like 3 times for every 1 time that this guy hits. Wow. So you can basically just multiply this guy's damage by 3 compared to Janet and Marty. Oh my goodness. This is why we do these tests, guys, so we can actually figure out which one is better. Oh my, I don't know if it's gonna make an up for like the fact that this guy's impossible to get, but like, dang, if you could get him superstar, well, he's putting in that work. Look how fast this it's just a fast attack animation. Now the thing is, the devs have never told us how fast these attack animation speeds are. I don't know why, but they could just add them right here on the card. And then we would know all of this information and we could actually make actual DPS calculations. But as you can see, this is clearly not 0 SPA. That would be infinite. You cannot divide a number by 0. All right. So, I mean, we're still putting in work, but clearly this guy's attacking like a bazillion times faster than this guy is. So looks like our questions have been answered, but who knows? Maybe it'll stack up in a little bit later. As far as crabs goes, 51 billion compared to 12 trillion. So he's definitely a little bit outclassed, but again, we're still insta-killing everybody on wave 1167, which is actually crazy work. So there's still some potential here. And poor Patrick Seabear here, he's just doing his cute little thing. Okay, so this is where maybe Janet and Marty will catch up. I kind of doubt it because these guys have been pounding away for many waves. 12 trillion versus... Oh, whoa. Whoa. They closed the gap. They closed the gap. These guys are actually closing the gap because they're hitting multiple units at once. Wow, I'm in shock. Wow. They're all closing the gap. Dang. Well, if this guy closes the gap anymore, I don't know. This might be lights out. Look, because he can hit like 5 at a time. He's doing like 5x the damage now, so it doesn't matter that. Oh my goodness, you see the damage fly? Oh my gosh, he's attacking so much slower. He's just putting in serious work. And of course, we got Ringmaster Crabs absolutely flying up there as well. So this is why I like this. You see this, guys? You have all these big slows combined. This is what really makes Janet and Marty, and even Spongebob for that matter, really freaking good, is because they're able to hit all those units at once. And then obviously Mr. Big Guy just slaps everything in sight, but there we go. All right, let's see how... I mean, yeah, I don't know, 16 trillion to 32 trillion. Now remember, this guy is impossible to get. You can't get him superstar. This superstar, very easy to get. So keep that in mind as well. So technically speaking, Janet and Marty will be better in actual gameplay. We are on a test server, obviously, because these guys are impossible to get at the moment. But yeah, absolute crazy work. I really want to see if this guy's going to actually close the gap and do more damage. There's a non-zero chance. However, if you obviously they have abilities, etc. I don't know if they're worth it or not. Like, I don't barely know what these even do, but there are abilities. Also, I have way less stream Gary, so that might impact things too. But I mean, honestly, at this rate, they'll close the gap fairly soon, I would say. So yeah, these Janet and Marty's guys, they're worth every penny. But this isn't even my highest wave I've ever reached, so I'm hoping we can get a little bit farther. We haven't taken a single damage yet. All right, we got those big slows down. All right, let's keep cooking. 1300 is a possibility. And remember, you're going to be able to play so many more units when you're not in the test server. So let's just say you could get a lot higher wave because you're going to be doing basically double the damage that I'm doing right now. So keep that in mind. So it is what it is. But we are actually doing some crazy work though. Like, look how many are... Dang, still hasn't even hit a trillion yet though. So yeah, I can't really endorse this guy as a meta unit, but 24 versus 32. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's getting close. Very close. To be perfectly honest, factoring in all the bonuses, I don't know, man. I'm still giving Janet and Marty the recommendation here. All right. Okay, we can take... Oh, okay. This is the night... Oh, no. I don't know which one these guys are hitting, but we're, like, spreading the damage out, and that's not how you win. Yeah, that really sucks. Oh, my gosh. We should only have taken one of those hits. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. 42 trillion is the highest. First 28. Yeah, Janet and Marty's better. Just really good, like, because he's in like 7-8 units here. Easy dubs. All right, let's keep going. There's still a chance, but not looking too hot anymore. These let's just say we're in the test server, so this is, we can get a lot farther. Maybe 1400 in a real server with these units. But we're looking really good. So I think so far what we've learned is Janet and Marty is the GOAT. Obviously this guy's cool and all, but he's impossible to get for what he is. And obviously superstar bonus, etc. He'll be doing way less damage. So Janet and Marty is a must-have. I have like 67 chests or something saved up to get these guys. So there we go, guys. Wave 1289. That is insanely OP. Oh my gosh. Jeez. 1288 completed. Look at all these bonuses, and yeah. Dang. Well, catch you guys in the next one. Get Janet and Marty ASAP when the update drops. Peace.